Good day everyone, I'm Charam Bacosa. Today I will be discussing the humanistic discipline and what is the perspective of humanities in Western civilization or different periods in history, and the humanities and the Filipino personhood according to Prospero Hubar. How is the Western concept of art varied from Filipino concept? Lastly, what is the significance of human faculties in art appreciation? In the fields of learning, we have a sciences and humanities discipline. Another of the humanities have a language, art, philosophy, while in art of creation, practice, art appreciation, spectator, and theory. So, let's focus on humanities. The humanities actually complement the sciences and vice versa. It's only that exactness of science is mastery and depth of humanities is wisdom. Our frail and fallible gives only turning and inescapable mortality into kind of immortality for subsequent mortals, to humanistically or scientifically deserve. And so the duality we face regarding the definition of humanities still remain. Now let's tackle the two general fields of learning. We have two general fields of learning. The sciences deals with natural, physical phenomena. Let's see, for example, global pandemic, the coronavirus disease is called natural phenomena because it's been evolved science and it was the disease needs to be secured in this hour experiencing these few years. There's not an animal affected but a person. And there's a lot of people who've been sick and died because of virus, and this is called our natural phenomena. And there is an interrelationship between the world as the science and the humanities. Especially the scientists, they have to learn this is what was the need to be cured. This disease that we experiencing this COVID-19 or the coronavirus. That's why there's a scientific method learn about the things in the world, and we need sometimes to be reflected ourselves in this pandemic. What was the things that we've been shared to anyone, and there was a time we're asking ourselves, am I be grateful to myself because I don't sick, or am I be selfless to anyone for helping, and yet this is the time we ask the importance of life. Why I'm this world? What was my existence, and what's my purpose though? He be here to live by this challenge of life. We learn to love ourselves and family. And also the humanities have a basic question, who am I? And there is a thinker where the thought were basis of method in the humanities. And Socrates said, know thyself. He said knowing ourselves is a long process because it's not a process when we wake up in the morning, we already know ourselves. So that's why knowing thyself is long process, and this is the long journey to know ourselves. And sometimes we ask ourselves why we not been able to find answers according in videos discussion that I've been watched this hour long of our knowing ourselves. Also, Augustine said, the people withdrew yourself because truth dwells in the inner man, Because sometimes we are confusing to ourselves if we had a problem, stress, tired, we withdrawing our ordinary life, and sometimes we're asking ourselves if who we are and what's our importance in this world. That's why we are know the truth, because the truth is there at the core of our being, who we are. What is the perspective of humanities and Western civilization are different periods in history? Well, for me, humanities those branches of knowledge that concern themselves with human beings and their culture, or with analytics and critical methods of inquiry derived from appreciation of human spirit to express itself. Humanities in Latin words is humanitas, in English is humanities, in Filipino is pagkatao. And now let's talk about katauhan, means in the biological of someone. That's why sometimes it's needed to say too easy to be human, but we have difficulties born as a human being. Act of human being, human or personality. But when we say pagkatao, it means is cultural being human is a process of becoming human or a personhood or personality difficulties acting as one. There's a famous Filipino saying that says, madaling maging tao, pero mahirap magpakatao. It is indeed easy to be human, but we have difficulties acting as one. Sometimes it is hard to be what we are or to be as a human beings. Filipinos are highly relational people. They are hardly alone, quiet, happy, being together when they eat, sleep, work, celebrate. Having a minimal sense of privacy, they are open, trusting, and easily accessible socially instead of meticulous concern for safeguarding their private sphere. In the case of Western peoples, many Filipinos actively seek consequences of their lives with lives of others. For example, sharing of concern is seen a common form of greeting in the region, such as where are you going or where have you been. Sharing of tasks and responsibilities within the family and community is a way of life. Those they have become highly skilled and creative in interpersonal relation and social interaction. The capacity to integrate socially becomes of the hallmarks of maturity. The significance of human faculties in art appreciation. The term encompasses a large variety of works from paintings to sculpture, architecture to design in the modern times. Digital art everyone can appreciate, being subjective in nature. Different arts form of appeal to different people. Appreciation, however, refers to the exploitation and analysis of the art forms that we are exposed to. It can be highly subjective depending on an individual's taste, personal taste, and preferences, or can be done on the basis of several grounds such as elements of design in the piece. Art appreciation also involves a deeper work in the setting and the historical implication in the background of the piece of a study of its origin.